Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters show. It's the 12th of September 25. Today, we're doing our deep dive, cutting through the noise on recent developments, both here in Malaysia and globally. We're aiming to connect those dots for you.
Exactly. We'll look at how things like property deals, tech investments, and even global trade shifts, how they all weave together, and importantly, what it means for you.
Okay, let's kick things off with some pretty big Malaysian company news. Property developers seem really focused on Singapore right now. Gamuda's consortium just snapped up a mixed-use site there, RM 3.33 billion.
Yeah, and that's actually the third big Singapore venture we've seen this year from Malaysian players. IOI Properties Group, Sunway, they're all in.
So what's driving this push? Is it just diversification?
Well, it's diversification, yes, but it's also likely a sign they see strong growth potential there, maybe more than the domestic market currently. It points to where they see future regional opportunities, you know? Singapore's a stable bet.
Makes sense. Okay, shifting gears slightly, but still huge investment. Vantage Data Centers. They're acquiring a hyperscale data center campus down in Johor, part of a massive U.S. $1.6 billion Asia-Pacific plan.
Hyperscale, yeah. Think absolutely enormous facilities built for cloud giants. This is a really big deal.
Why now? Is it the AI boom?
Absolutely. AI, advanced computing.
Yeah.
It demands this kind of infrastructure. And Johor is positioning itself as a major hub. Projections suggest, over half of Malaysia's new data center capacity by 2030 could be there.
Wow.
And it's not just Vantage. You've got sovereign wealth funds like GIC and ADIA backing this sort of thing too. Huge global confidence.
Right. Sticking with positive developments, Malaysia's second renewable energy export auction for Singapore, apparently it's seeing significant interest.
Yes, that's really crucial. It helps Malaysia's own green goals, its decarbonization agenda, and it strengthens the regional power grid, a step towards a more connected, greener Southeast Asia.
Good news all around.
And also on the green front, the EU formally recognizing the MSPO certification.
Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil.
Exactly. That should really help our palm oil exporters. Smooths out compliance hurdles with the EU, potentially boosts trade.
Okay, let's move from the economy to policy and legal updates. There was a landmark federal court ruling. They upheld the right to appeal when these striking out applications are dismissed. What does that mean in practice?
So a striking out application is basically a request to throw out a case early, maybe because it's seen as weak or baseless. The court essentially said, look, even if the law seems to block an appeal in this situation, denying it affects fundamental rights. So the right to appeal has to be protected. It's about ensuring fairness, preventing unjust outcomes, just based on a literal reading of the rules.
Protecting fundamental rights.
Got it.
Now, something more every day. Mandatory seatbelt use. The Road Transport Department is enforcing it for everyone in private cars soon. Drivers and all passengers.
Yeah, this is critical for road safety. It might seem basic, but the data is clear. Seatbelts can slash passenger fatalities by, up to 50% in a crash.
50%? That's huge.
It really is. It's about making safety the absolute norm.
And briefly on local matters, following that incident in Kampung Sungai Baru, the IGP urged calm, and the Prime Minister condemned the attack on the Dang Wangi police chief, ordering a swift investigation.
Right. The key message from authorities seems to be about upholding the rule of law, getting accurate information out there, and maintaining order, even during protests.
Okay, let's widen the lens now. Connect these local points to the global picture, what's happening internationally. U.S. consumer prices rose more than expected in August, but jobless claims also jumped quite sharply. What's the takeaway?
It paints a tricky picture for the U.S. Federal Reserve, doesn't it? Inflation is proving sticky, still persistent. But the job market might be softening. That makes decisions on interest rates really difficult.
A balancing act.
A very delicate one. And those decisions, they ripple out globally, affecting borrowing costs and investments everywhere, including here.
And linking into global trade. Mexico's planning significant tariffs, up to 50% on cars and other goods from places like China, South Korea.
Yes, that's a pretty bold move. It definitely pulls Mexico closer to the U.S. stance, the whole protectionism trend. It signals this economic conflict is widening. It's actively reshaping supply chains. Could affect what cars are available at what price.
Interesting. Meanwhile, China's pushing hard on AI.
Yeah.
Jack Ma's Ant Group showed off a humanoid robot. And there's talk from advisors about China ditching NVIDIA chips for homegrown tech.
Exactly. It highlights two things: the sheer intensity of the global tech race, especially in AI, And China's very strong drive for self-reliance, for technological independence in these critical areas, it's a major strategic push.
Fascinating to watch. And just to bring it back home for a moment, our trade minister mentioned the Israel-Qatar conflict, stating it hasn't had a direct impact on Malaysia's trade or oil, which is reassuring amidst global tensions.
Yes, important context for local stability.
So we've covered a lot today. Malaysian developers expanding, the digital boom in Johor, legal precedents, safety rules, then global inflation, trade shifts, the AI race.
It really shows how interconnected everything is, doesn't it? Local moves, global trends, they all influence each other. And the real question for you, the listener, is how these shifts, the digital infrastructure build out, the changing trade alliances, the focus on sustainability, how will they shape your decisions, your opportunities going forward?
Definitely things to think about. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and make sure to subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast so you don't miss our next deep dive. Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.